Good morning, everyone. I hope you're well. So, I've just watched an episode or an interview with Rachel Reeves, who's our Chancellor in the UK. And it was just about this new incentive that they're bringing out to get young people back into work. They say 1 in 8 young people are not working. And I often think about this really deeply as to why would any young person want to work or not want to work? What is the reason behind it? Because to me, I'm not a young person, I'm 35. But if you're 18 to 24, what is the reason you actually would want to work a conventional 9 to 5 job and support the economy, support local businesses? Because to me, it is just at the moment an extremely bad deal. Yeah, it's always been a bad deal, but now it is an extremely bad deal. Now, before, it was a bad deal in a sense that the job was hard. You had to get up in the morning every single day for 30 years. But at the end of it, you would get something. You would get enough money to buy a house, to live a comfortable ish life, and also help other people, which is also an important thing people forget. Help other people, train them, get them to take over your reins, let them move up the corporate ladder, etc. But now you're just working the job, you can't afford the house, you can't afford if some people like holidays, etc. So, what is the incentive? What would make young people want to work again? Because if you're a young person, I talk to some young people, I know some people in my family and stuff, but what would be their incentive? All they're focused on is making money, enough money to actually attain that dream of the house, the holidays, the nice car. And I'm not just talking about materialistic things. I think it's an achievement, it's a self worth achievement. If I meet someone and they say, I work at, I don't know, in a restaurant, I know for a fact that they can't support a family, they can't afford a house, and they've probably got, if they even have a vehicle, yeah, and they're probably struggling and they just got enough for a little bits here and there, maybe help their family out if they're living at home. So automatically, you know that they're not successful. They're not going to achieve even the bare minimum. Shelter is a house. It's the bare minimum. So what does Rachel Reeves think she's going to do to incentivize young people to work? They're going to give apprenticeships. They're going to give these programs. Apprenticeships are the best idea out there, but the biggest scam as well. So you're paid less than everyone else. You have to study and work. And at the end, there might not be a job. There'll be 20, 30 people on apprenticeship and there'll be 1 or 2 jobs, if that. Usually, they just cut you off halfway through and they've used you as cheap labor. So it's just exploited. The root cause of the problem is not majorly, or is there any opportunities? There's opportunities, but they're not good opportunities. And they probably won't be for a long time. For a young person, you're better off borrowing some money, investing in housing. That's what people done. You House prices went up so much over the years that they earned more than the people that owned them per year. They were going up 20, 30, 40,000 pounds a year. So why would you look at it? Young people aren't dumb. They're smarter than us. They got the internet. They look up these things and they realize, okay, I see someone trading. I see someone buying Bitcoin. I see someone buying housing. I see someone doing HMOs or Airbnb flips, or they're making e-commerce businesses, and they're saying that's the way to go. Conventional jobs ain't going to do it. So I don't think for a fact this policy by Rachel Reeves is even going to remotely make a difference at all. It's in fact it's going to be the opposite effect. She's going to incentivize companies to take these people on. They're going to get rinsed by the companies, and then they're just going to be left on the scrap heap basically, like they are now. I think opportunity wise is the only thing you to do is actually to start your own business in the UK, and you need to have a global style business, and it needs to be a high income business. But then again, you're competing with everyone else and you don't have a track record. Is It's very, very, I feel sorry for the young people nowadays, man. It's probably one of the hardest times to be in this country, starting a career. But look, if I was a young person, what would I do? I think if I was like rock bottom zero, I would probably do something where it's like, and I've got no shame, I don't care. I would go out, I would work in a restaurant in the night, and I would do Uber Eats, and then you would funnel that money in because I'm not afraid of hard work. I would get a bucket and I would knock on people's window doors and say, "Do you need your windows cleaned?" Cash in hand, send it over, and then slowly just start to build up a bit of cash, and then just try everything you could possibly try. Like 1 month try this, 1 month try that, and eventually you'll hit the jackpot. That is the system right now. Working a job will get you nowhere. Being a doctor will get you nowhere. In fact, it's beyond fixable at the moment. It will take generations to fix. The inflation, the cost of everything is so high. I think you're just better off. You need to hyper earn some money very fast in order to even remotely get ahead. I'm ahead, I can chill, I've got endless supplies of cash, and it's a different life. If I want to start something, you can start something. If you want to close everything, you can close everything. But for now, young people are absolutely finished in this country. Like, God bless them, man. I wish I could help in some way. But in terms of young people, look, they're basically on their own and there's no one there to guide them. In our parents' day, we used to say, get a good job. We used to say, oh, study well. And that just ended up being bad advice. People going to university and realizing there's no jobs. Why on earth would I don't know why nobody talked me out of going to university. That's a shocking thing. I think my uncle did, but no one really listens to him anyway. But it was like the case of, why would anyone, and people still to this day congratulate people, that's really good, you're going to university. This is bad advice we're giving to people. It's terrible advice. Save your money is another advice. You need to invest your money, because saving your money it's depleting. Your money is just disappearing. You might as well spend it. Yeah, I made some videos previously about people buying expensive clothes and flashy cars and watches. They're dumb. Actually, it's better than holding it in cash. At least you have something for it. Cash would mean nothing. You just need probably 2-3 months of, or maybe a year, 6 months of living expenses, and then do what you want with it. As long as you've got that, you're fine, because you'll have a year to sort of sort things out. But anyway, I'm rambling on. But the main thing is, with young people, look, it's not fixable. Given some sort of, apprenticeship, 18 grand a year job, isn't going to change anything. And you're going to say, don't worry, you're going to progress. You sell the dream of progression, and your progression means you're going to be given a managerial title or a supervisor title, but your wages are pretty much dead. I think in order to earn good money in this country, you probably have to earn, outside of London, probably 60 to 100k in order for you to be successful, and in order for you to be comfortable enough for you to sort of make investment moves, try and grow your money, stuff like that. But for now, forget it, man. It's completely finished. So I wish you all the best and take care.